this video, I'll be looking at setting up the W12 Multiparameter Monitor from Vet1. I'm going to start off by hooking up all of my parameter monitoring cables and sensors. The first one that I am hooking up right now is the SBO2 probe and cable. This is a two-part probe, so you've got the part connects to the monitor and then you've got a separate cable that connects to your patient. These just clip in nicely and secure together with an additional clear clip. Now I'm going to turn the monitor to the side and you just link up the colors together. So the SBO2 is a dark blue. You'll know that this is connected because the sensor will show up that it is a nice bright red. Next I'm moving to is the thermometer probe. This one is a yellow. So I'm going to match it up with my yellow. You've actually got two options, so you can plug in two probes. So you could do an esophageal one and a rectal probe if you wanted. Next I'm moving to is our blood pressure monitoring cable. So this is also a two-part. So you've got your cable, so attaching the silver, and that would just clip in nicely. And then you're going to connect your cuff to this cable as well. I'm using the Vet1 reusable darker cuffs. If your clinic is used to using the Suntech, which is the white kind of blood pressure cuffs, these aren't actually a reusable, they are a disposable after the first use cuff. So if you wanted to upgrade to the reusable ones, just get in contact. Now moving on to our ECG probes. So you'll have your connection cable that will plug to the machine, and then you've got your clips that you will attach onto the end of the probes, and the clips attach onto the patient. These just clip on really easily. They've got a little silver nodule that fits into the probe. This connects together like this. Now on our settings, there is an option to choose admit new patient. Once you've selected this is where you're going to adjust whether you are monitoring a cat or a dog, and this is going to change the values of your parameters. So this is really important. So you might attach a dog, but if the settings are set up for a cat, this will throw out your volumes. It's going to be beeping at you, going off its head, so make sure that you change this before you start. You can also go into your settings and adjust the parameters as well. This might be dependent on what your pre-med that you're using in your clinic. So say if you're using like a Domitor combination, this might change your blood pressure, heart rate, kind of normal parameters whilst they're under anesthetic. So if you are, your clinic might want to adjust those. And you've got a couple more settings down the bottom to change the view of your monitor, if you're wanting to kind of focus on a certain parameter as such. So say if you want to focus on your blood pressure, you can change it so that comes up and it shows quite large. But there are a couple of views that you can change around depending on what you guys are preferring. You can also choose to turn off parameters completely. So say if you didn't want your SBO2 reading for some reason, you can just turn it off. Make sure that you just turn them on before your next monitoring. The final thing that I wanted to mention is storage of your capnograph, like your sample line. I see too many clinics kind of leave these attached to the machine, or they kind of keep them wound up and flat on a desktop. You need to make sure that you're hanging these up, because any condensation from the breath that's sitting in that line will damage it. So if you want to make sure that these are lasting you a long time, hang them up like so.